Hi, my name is Lori Listerman. This lesson would be presented to a fifth grade classroom, but because I don't have a fifth grade classroom, I will introduce you to the students that I have here at home. The first one is Samuel. This is my son. Then I have my son, Jonathan. And last, I have my husband, Sean. Thanks, guys, for helping me today. Okay, Jonathan and Samuel. We are going to work on reading our fluency on a book that we have been reading in class. The book is called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hard Luck, and we are on chapter 2, which is the day on Tuesday. So for our state content standards, we're going to be 5th grade, 5.4. We're going to read with sufficient accuracy and fluency to support comprehension. So when you guys are reading in this chapter today, I want you to think about the characters in the story and what they are doing. So when I can ask you some questions as you're reading, and at the end, we'll see how well you comprehend what you're reading. Okay? So first of all, let's talk about our pre-activity that we did. I had you all write, think about who your friend is that you have at school and draw a picture of them. So
Yes.
Samuel, who was your friend that you drew a picture of today?
So my friend's name is Talon. He was pretty big. He has a decent sized head. He's just pretty big on the picture there.
Okay. And Jonathan, your drawing was of a boy. Who was your friend that you drew?
I drew Dimitri Hill. My friend is Dimitri Hill. He was playing video games and defeating all the villains in them.
Very good. All right. Good job. All right. Well, let's start with the chapter 1 that we read yesterday. So in chapter 1, can you tell me a little bit about what happened, Samuel?
So, some of the people in there were getting really jealous that someone had a girlfriend, and they thought that their friend was slipping away from them.
Very good. Because they had been friends for a long time, right?
Yes.
And so now all of a sudden, who was getting in the middle of their friendship?
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend named Abigail. And so that was causing a lot of problems, wasn't it? So we're moving on to chapter 2. And in this book, chapter 1 happens on Monday. Chapter 2 happens on Tuesday. We're going to start with Jonathan. Jonathan, you're going to read page 14 and 15 for me, okay?
Yes, I would. So,
yes.
Yes.
Start right there.
Okay.
Use your finger as you're reading so you can go from one word to another, okay?
All right, I got this. I figured out a pretty good solution to my book problem. This morning I borrowed the roller bag Dad uses when he goes on trips, and carrying all my school stuff was no sweat. I was able to make pretty good time, too. But that's partially because I walked a little extra fast when I went by Mr. Sandoval's house. Before a snowstorm, Mr. Sandoval always puts poles in the ground on either side of his driveway, so the guy who plows it knows.
Hold on. Let's look at that word again. Can you sound it out for me? Pa.
Low. La.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Pa.
Pa.
La.
La.
Oh.
Ooh.
So how do we put that together? Pa. La.
Plows.
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 Do you know what that
Nose.
means?
What does it mean?
Well, it means that something is going right on through. So in
Oh,
a snowstorm, if you have a truck, it's plowing right on through the snow. So
Plow.
it's moving the snow. That's what that word
Yeah.
means.
where the pavement is. The last time it snowed, me and Rowley plucked the poles out of Mr. Sandoval's yard and started horsing around with them. But I guess we didn't put the sticks back in exactly the right place. Because when the guy came to plow Mr. Sandoval's driveway, he was off by about 10 feet.
All right. Good job, Jonathan. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you remember at the beginning of the chapter, can you tell me how Greg fixed his book problem? What did he use? What did he borrow to be able to fix his book problem?
He borrowed a roller bag.
Very good. Excellent job, Jonathan. Okay, Samuel, I'm going to have you read the next page, please. You're going to read page 16 through 17.
Okay. Mr. Sandoval has been waiting for me and Rowley to show our faces in front of his house again, so he can let us have it. But I'm not ready for that conversation just yet, especially not by myself. Mr. Sandoval's not the only danger between my house and school, though. Ever since they started doing construction on Grandma's Street, we've had to take a detour on the walk home. And that brings us right by the woods where the Mingo kids hang out.
The Mingo Kids. All right, let's find out who they are. Keep going.
I don't actually know a whole lot about the Mingo kids. I've never seen any of them in school. So far, all I know, they just live in the woods like a pack of wild animals. I'm not even sure if there are any parents or grown-ups in the whole Mingo clan. I've heard their leader is the boy named Meckley. Meckley?
Okay, let's sound it out.
Meckley.
Okay, let's put it together.
Meckley.
Meckley, fantastic.
Who always wears a tank top and a belt with a gigantic
Good job.
metal buckle on it.
Wow. Awesome job. What did they say that these children, what do they live like in the forest or in the woods?
They live like animals out in the wild.
Very good. And what is Meckley wearing?
A gigantic belt.
Very good. Good job. All right, Jonathan, you are going to read pages 18 and 19.
All right.
You guys are doing great at this.
Yeah. Okay, so
Use your finger. Very good.
one time me and Rowley got too close to the woods, and one of the Mingo kids came out to let us know. I'm still not sure what he meant by that, but if Meckley's belt buckle was gonna be involved in any way, I didn't want to stick around to find out. Now that I'm walking home on my own, I have to cross to the other side of the street. When I get near the Mingo's woods, it wouldn't be a big deal, except there's no sidewalk over there, and that can't be good for Dad's rollerback. Mom's noticed I haven't been hanging out with Rowley lately. She said I shouldn't get too worked up over it, because most friendships from childhood don't last, and that me and Rowley will probably grow apart over the years anyway. Well, I hope that's not true, because I think it's important for me to keep my childhood friends, so that later on someone can appreciate how far I've come.
Very good, Jonathan. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to pass it to Samuel. Samuel, you are going to read page 20 and 21, please.
Okay. I'm not so sure Mom's qualified to give me friendship advice anyway. because guy friendships are totally different from girl friendships. And I know because I've read almost every single book in the Slumber Party Pal series. Before you judge me and say those books are for girls, let me just explain that the only reason I got into them was because one time I forgot to bring in a book for silent reading. And the only books the teacher had were in the Slumber Party Pal series. And once you've read one of them, you can't stop. There must be something like 100 books in that series. The first 30 or so were pretty good, but after that I think the author started running out of ideas. Anyway, in the Slumber Party Pals book, these two friends are always getting into fights with each other about little stuff.
Very good, Samuel. Thank you very much. Samuel, can you tell me what the name of the series is that Greg likes to read?
Slumber Party Pals.
Slumber Party Pals. How many books did he say that he thought there was in the series?
Over 30.
Over 30? Maybe even higher than that. Jonathan, do you remember how many books he said?
Over. Let's see.
Let's look at the page again. Okay. How many books do you think there is that Greg thinks that there is in this series?
Over 4.
Over 4?
Mhm.
Let's look here. There must be something like
100.
100 books
Why
in
did I think
this
of
series. Can you believe that? Good job, guys. All right. Last page. Jonathan, take it away.
Oh, yeah. But after a while, things always
Good
cool
job.
down. And the girls learn the true meaning of friendship. And that's basically the plot of every single book in the Slumber Party Pal series. Well, that might be the way things work with girls, but I can tell you firsthand that it's not the way it works with boys. For boys, things are just a lot less complicated. For example, let's say one guy breaks something that belongs to another guy, but it's totally an accident. Well, 5 seconds later, everybody's moved on, and things are pretty much back to normal. I don't know if that means guys are less sophisticated.
All right, let's look at that word again. Good job. Say it one more time.
Sophisticated
Fantastic.
than girls or whatever. But I do know that the way we do things sure saves a lot of time and energy.
Good job, Jonathan. Okay, so Greg is saying that there's a difference between the way girls handle things and the way boys handle things. Samuel, can you tell me what Greg is saying about how girls handle things?
It means girls like to drag out things, like fight over little things, whereas boys get mad at each other for a little bit of time, and then they're already fine.
Then they're done with it, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys like that with your friends? You get mad about something real quick and then you're just over it right away.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Yes,
sometimes me too. You guys did an excellent job and I am so proud of you. We're going to continue reading this book tomorrow. And each day we'll read another chapter. Now, what we're going to do this time is we are going to, and you're going to love this. I have some questions on a paper. We're going to take a short quiz to make sure that you're understanding what you're reading, okay? So what's the first thing that we need to do on our paper? Put our what goes on the
Name.
top? Our name on
Name
it. So we'll put our
goes
name
on the top.
on the top of the paper. When you guys are done with your quiz, there's only 5 questions. I want you to raise your hand and I will come and get it and I'll grade it and see how well you guys are comprehending, okay?
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you guys so much. You did fantastic today.
Thank you.